Right, so just thought I'd do a quick video showcasing the green. I'm just out doing some flight and pigeon shooting. So with my dad's over in the other side of the estate doing some shooting, so if he has some bangs, that's just him. Out with the dog. But just thought I'd go over the ideology that a lot of YouTubers share, the single shot shotgun being the most reliable action. Pigeon coming over. Come here. Come here. Come here. Don't go on the shots. Missed a bit quick and snap shot there. But the ideology that single shot shotgun is the most reliable weapon for meat gathering, and I believe that to be the case. But I just thought I'd go further on my opinion on it, saying that this cost me £150 and it's in great condition. I think it's from the 50s or 60s. But being a military action, I think this is a bit more reliable than a standard single barrel shotgun. Pigeons flying over. A bit busy today, they're flying back from feeding up to a rest in the trees. I'm sort of hidden underneath the sycamore, but just thought. But what I was saying is, this was once a military action which was then incorporated into a shotgun design. And I think this would be a bit more reliable than a single barrel with a hammer. If COVID-19 should taught us anything, is that sometimes you can't rely on a gunsmith to fix your gun. And if you're using an old side by side which costs you £150, if it was to fail and it was your only gun, you wouldn't be able to take it to be fixed, especially if it's a gun of this age. It's either going to be an English made second hand or maybe an AYA Spanish or something like that. And great guns, reliable, but when they fail, you really do need to take them to a gunsmith to fix them. Of course, that's the downside of all shotguns and firearms, is that if they fail, it normally takes a trained hand to fix them. But being a military action of this design, the Martini Henry is quite a simple action as they go, and quite strong and reliable. I've never known any of these to fail unless they've been really worn out, tatty items. But if you only have £150 to spend on one gun, and £150 is your limit, I think I would much rather go for something like this than a shabby side by side, which is more likely to fail given its age and its design. It's a lot more of a delicate weapon. Side by sides, and most over and unders, are quite delicate in regards to a semi-automatic or even this. Another point I like to make, which I think puts this over any single shot like an H&R or AYA Cosmos, is the barrel thickness. They're notoriously thick in the barrel, so the likelihood of ever finding one with a thin barrel or thin wall thickness, as they like to say, is extremely thin. You might have some pitting in the barrel, but given the thickness of the material in the barrel, pitting's not as much of a dangerous thing to have on a gun. Pigeon flying over. But I just thought I would say that, and if £150, like I say, was the limit, and you could only have one gun that had to be reliable, I would put this up against any side by side, Spanish made side by side of the same price. Or you can pick these up at auction for a bit cheaper, and you can get a really shabby one apparently at auction for £50. But if you go for one for about £150, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a gun that is really reliable. Like I say, I've never known one of these to fail. A very reliable gun, tightly choked, but because of the tightness of the choke, it means if you were to want it reamed out to like modified, which I might do with this one, it's possible because there's a lot of material that they remove and give you the variation in choke. That obviously takes a gunsmith, but the likelihood of this failing, if this is your only gun, is a lot slimmer than if your only gun's an older side by side. You've got a second barrel, and this is single, but with this, if you miss, you only miss once. I think if you miss with a side by side or double gun or semi-automatic, you'll see people waste the second barrel or maybe even the third shot in a semi-automatic, and if you've missed, you've wasted 3 shots instead of just the 1. Plus I think a single barrel makes you pick and choose your targets a lot more carefully instead of just firing away just because you've got that added advantage of a second shot or a third shot. So like I say, just a little quick video showcasing my points for why I think this is your only gun. I'm fortunate that I've got a number of guns, but if you only had a set budget of under £200 and you had to go for a reliable gun that could last you through a situation where you're unable to take it to be repaired, I'll go with this. They're quite common, not so common as AYA side-by-sides and things like that, but you can't find them, and when you do find them, they're really well working, reliable actions. Being a military action, it's a lot more hard wearing than say a single shot of a hammer or side-by-side. Plus the stock, and it's a lot more metal reinforcing the stock and things like that, and it's just a lot more rugged of a design. I've been bringing it out a lot more recently given the circumstances, and yeah, I know the gun shops are open still, but given the situation happening in the UK, we could end up shutting the shops again. I'm not 100% sure, but it could go that way, and if you've only got one gun and it fails, and you've only got one gun and you can't really replace it. Camera's wobbling a bit. So anyway, the pigeons are just starting to fly around a bit more, so I just thought I'll cut the video off now, but that's just a little video, me putting my point forward of why I think this is a really reliable gun to choose if this is your only option for under £100. So thank you for watching, thank you for encouraging me to keep on making these videos, and rate, comment and subscribe. Sorry for all the pauses, but there's a bit of flight in action a bit further off over that way. But thank you for watching, please rate, comment and subscribe, and thank you for encouraging me with all these comments and things like that, and thank you for that. It's really encouraging seeing people comment on your videos and telling you how much they enjoy your content, like I say. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the trail again.